There is so much to unpack here, but let's start with this. On my 18th birthday, I got my first gym membership because she thought that I was a skinny bitch. And she was right. So on the day when I got it, I went to the gym. Now why did I tell you this? Because it is going to be so important for the upcoming videos.
Uncomfortable.
She says she's uncomfortable. Now come a bit closer. When I was in the gym on my first day, I was being stared at by three dudes, really big guys, and after 5 to 10 minutes of struggling, they approached me and they helped me put my weight away, improve my technique, and correct my form. And with that, they also laid down my foundation without even realizing it. I stayed in the gym, managed to make it into my habit because of these fucking guys who helped me there. She's struggling to put the weight on, let alone she's talking to herself, just like a psycho. But let me be clear, I was an in-person trainer and only recently stopped being that and moved to online, and I had my fair share of creeps. That's an actual breed, they are in the gym. The only exception is that this guy, he wasn't one of them. And this is related to this. 2 days ago, I was using the squat rack and I was absolutely vibed. And the guy next to me, he just helped me put my weight away. He was like, "Oh man, you look like you are training really hard. Just take a breather, I got this." And that's fucking amazing. It's an act of kindness. This is the gym culture I grew up in and stayed with it. This is the reason why I stayed and realized that I want to be in the gym. But before anybody says anything, I know this is not a common thing, but this still exists. It's an actual thing. She goes on saying this is what it feels like to be stared at like a piece of meat. Now, I got to know this from my resources that she has an OnlyFans. Now, I can't confirm this because I have no idea how to, but he's only a creep because he forgot to pay £5 and now he's just staring for free. Oh, how does it even work? And then he walks away. Now, come a bit closer. Look at this end screen. Now, I don't want to go into this whole thing because it shows a room temperature level of IQ and it is already disturbing and I'm fucking pissed at this whole thing anyway. But this guy in the changing room, listen, do you know why there is no CCTV in the changing room? Because it is illegal to film. Not all of us are on a porn star level of confidence to be an extra in your movie. This really pisses me off and I get it, you know, the lights are good, you just had a pump, but you can do this at home. Or you can go there early in the morning when the gym opens. There's not going to be many people there. Finish your workout and do it then. It's fine. But if you see anybody in the background, why are you even recording? Like, I don't want to be changing and be in someone else's video. I'm not an influencer, I'm a coach. So I make my living by helping and coaching people. So I don't really understand the purpose of you, shirtless, recording yourself in the gym. Or at least in the changing room. Like, well, anyway. But at least you can have some common sense, really. It's not that difficult. I really need to stop because I'm just going to lose my shit.
Watch this guy try move to me at the gym. Checks absolutely nothing on his phone. Looks over at me being busy sorting my wrist straps. These fucking straps taking up too much time. Sad lip.
This newbie was awkward and just wanted to make sure that you are not using the machine behind you. And you were such a noob that you couldn't even use the wrist straps to wrap it around the bar, so he had to check nothing on his phone so it doesn't feel even more awkward because he wanted to make an eye contact with you before he asked you anything, but he couldn't because you were looking down. There's a chance that your clothes or whatever was close to that machine and you just wanted to make sure. Now I'm going to be honest with you. If this was my first encounter with someone in the gym, I wouldn't go to the gym. I wouldn't be able to stick to the gym after a decade if this was my first time talking to a person in the gym. just making fun of me on the internet for me asking a really basic question of, are you using the machine? And this is why I told you the story in the beginning, how I started when I was a newbie. It is sickening to see people are doing this for attention. Whenever I see a newbie, and I always see some, regardless of gender, they are going to do something what's wrong 100% of the time. And all you can do is go there and help them and make them feel a bit better. They will go home thinking, oh wow, this gym is not even a scary place. Like, someone helped me. It's great. It's community. It's a culture. Like, people are helping each other so they can look better for themselves. And this is the reason why I feel lucky that I was approached by guys in the beginning of my journey. And I feel like this gym culture what made me stick to the gym for a decade and even more. And feel like this is my home. Because these people, they look scary, but they are also kind and helpful. Again, in this video, he clearly looked at the weight. He wasn't looking at you. Like, I'm training a girl who is able to do a 28 kilogram lunge. And once there was this guy, he was staring, and after a while he came to us and said, wow, that's 56 kilogram for lunges, and that's amazing. I just wanted to say that that's fucking great. Like, I never seen anybody doing that much weight, whether it's guy or girl. And you know what? That's fucking amazing. He just acknowledged that that person I trained is fucking strong, like a petite woman, 50 kilogram, lunging, walking lunging more than her body weight, 56 kilogram. It's not a common thing. You don't see this every day. Like, you barely see guys training their legs, let alone girls using some heavy weight, and she was grabbing the 50 pounds one that's around 24, 23 kilogram per side. That's fucking amazing. Like, sometimes I'm checking what people are using in the gym and I'm thinking, oh shit, that's a lot of weight. But it's all innocent. I am truly shocked because these people have tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of followers. So they don't need this attention. What do you need this attention for? And as I said, I have no idea how an influencer in the fitness space is making money, but imagine this, you probably get like sponsors. If I was a sponsor in the fitness space, I wouldn't want someone who is making fun of their potential customers. Like, oh yeah, it's a new bill, doing something fun. What the hell? Like, and not to mention, let's say that we are selling training plans. What are you going to say? Oh guys, I'm providing some quality content. You can check it out on my page. I'm just making fun of people, but buy my programs. Like, what the hell? Like, you're not trying to help people? Like, is this what you want people to see and know you about? It is mind-blowing. And this just happened today, Saturday, 4th of February, as of recording right now. I was using the hip abduction machine. You see the clip. And next to it on the right is the calf press, and on the left side there is the hip abduction machine, or the bad girl machine. But do you know how I call it? Come close. Hip abduction machine. I know you were looking for something funny, but it's just that. Anyway, there was a girl using it next to me, and she was staring at me the entire set. And I noticed it from the corner of my eyes. And when I finished, I moved to the calf press machine, and she hopped on the hip abduction machine, and then she was just using my technique. That's all. She was looking so she can learn how to use the machine. Do you understand? Like, people go to the gym and they are a bit awkward, new, and they just want to learn. And then later on she turned to me and said, oh, you have a reliable physique, so I thought that if you are doing it this way, this might be the correct way. And all I'm doing is pushing the pads together so I can get the full range of motion. So I'm always setting it to the biggest range of motion what I can't do because I can't do the side splits. And that's how I use the machine. And she just tried to copy it. And I didn't think of her as a creep. I was just looking at her as someone who's trying to learn, because I was in her shoes as well. I was looking at guys doing biceps curl, bench press, how to do it, chest dips, because I didn't know it. And at that time, YouTube wasn't really a big thing, and also finding reliable information, let's be honest, is the hardest one, because you see these people more popping up on your feed than others. We all monitor our surroundings so we can learn something new. I was also talking to this another girl. She was in a short and a bra, and we were just talking about, like, the clothes what people are wearing. And she was saying that the reason she wears these clothes, she looked great, because she's been busting her ass in the gym for 7 years, and she wants people to look at her and say, fuck, she's working hard. Like, that physique is amazing. It probably took so much work, dieting, training, and years of consistency. And she just wanted people to notice that. I can stand behind that. Like, you're not just working for yourself. You still want people to say that, yeah, that's a great physique. And she was also saying that she's checking out the good-looking guys as well, who has like really good muscular development and training in the gym, because the average people look around, they look like shit. And she's right. It's rare that you see someone looking fucking great in the gym. So why couldn't you just stare? Why couldn't you just glance at them for a couple of seconds in between your sets whenever they are around, and acknowledge that their hard work and dedication is paying off? It's not a common thing to say. Like, even I'm checking out guys and sometimes talk to them in the changing room saying, fuck yeah, your calves are great. Yeah, it's an actual thing. If a guy is working out, guys are going to be the first one complimenting them. But just know this, girls are still looking. So it's not a creepy thing, it's just something we do because it's not common to say it. But I'm going to be honest with you. We are talking about these things in the UK, but most of these things happen in the US. And I'm really hoping that one day this is going to change. I'm not even sure how it got to this point, but I'm grateful that Joyce Wall is with us and trying to make a change, because it wasn't always like this. It was how I described it in the beginning. People were helping each other, so more people can stay in the gym and experience a better environment where they can improve themselves. And this is not a typical content what I make, but here it is. I just made it. So watch these 2 videos next. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. Talk to you in the next one.